The rain tasted like rust, clinging to Reyes' tongue with each shallow breath. He ignored the throbbing in his ribs, the persistent ache that pulsed with every movement. The jungle pressed in, a suffocating blanket of humidity and decay, punctuated by the incessant drone of unseen insects. Sharma, her leg braced with makeshift splints, hacked up a dense undergrowth with a vibroblade, her face slick with sweat. Jaxon, silent and grim, followed closely, his own injury a constant reminder of their precarious situation. Volkov, his comms unit crackling with static, relayed fragmented reports from Valkyrie Squadron, reports that grew increasingly distorted and panicked with each passing minute. Anything, Volkov, Reyes rasped, his voice strained. Still resistance, Commander. Heavy, those in altitude. Volkov's voice was tight, laced with a barely suppressed anxiety. Signals deteriorating, something's interfering with their scans. Reyes didn't need to hear the rest. Valkyrie Squadron was a distraction, and it was failing. He's felt it for cycles, the feeling of being a pawn in a larger game, manipulated by forces he couldn't comprehend. He's trusted no one since the photograph. The photo of him, smiling inanely in the mess hall with a face blurred in the background. The traitor. Sharma, status on the beacon. Power rerouted, Commander. Range is limited. Maybe a few kilometers. Anything beyond that is just wishful thinking. She winced as she shifted her weight. It's better than nothing. Reyes' gaze swept the tangled foliage, searching for any sign of movement. The Cathar adaptation was accelerating. Their tactics mirrored Terran strategies with unsettling accuracy. It wasn't just that they were learning, they were anticipating. The bioplasma shield feedback loops were the key, he was sure of it. Someone was feeding them data, guiding their evolution. It had to be someone within TCDF command. Someone with access to classified intelligence. Jaxon spoke for the first time in hours, his voice low and weary. Commander, with all due respect, we're going in circles. We should wait for Valkyrie. They're our best shot. Reyes turned, his eyes burning with a cold intensity. Valkyrie isn't coming, Jaxon. They're being drawn into a trap. I'm not waiting for a rescue that isn't coming. He paused, taking a deep breath, trying to ignore the ache in his ribs. We're finding the traitor. That's our priority. He silenced the internal protest forming in his gut, the echo of his superior's orders. He was going rogue. Again. I'm cutting off comms with Volkov, Reyes announced. He's a liability. He activated the override on his wrist-mounted device, severing the link. The sudden silence was jarring, isolating. We're moving deeper into the jungle. Jaxon, you're on point. Sharma, you're with me. We're hunting. They pressed onward, the jungle closing in around them. The air grew thick with the smell of decay and something subtly alien. Reyes consulted the data chip he's recovered from the Firebase Kestrel wreckage. The schematics were complex, detailing Cathar weapon modifications and tactical maneuvers. There were tactical analyses, simulations and the photograph. The blurred face in the background. He ran the image enhancement software again, straining to discern any identifying features. The face remained stubbornly obscured, a frustrating blur of pixels. The encrypted message scrolled across the screen, asterisk the cycle continues. Asterisk. He felt a chilling certainty that he was walking into a carefully orchestrated trap. He was being led, guided, used. But he was also the hunter now, and he refused to be a passive victim. He would find the traitor, uncover the truth, and break the cycle, even if it meant defying his orders and risking everything. Suddenly, Sharma stopped dead in her tracks, raising a hand. Movement, Commander. Grid Sector Delta 9. Reyes tensed, his hand instinctively reaching for his pulse rifle. Through the dense foliage, he saw them. Keepers. Humanoid forms, but twisted, distorted, shimmering with an unsettling iridescence. They stood motionless, their faces blank, their eyes fixed on something beyond Reyes' perception. And amongst them, standing serene, his eyes vacant, was Echo 7, the missing patrol member. A flicker of recognition crossed his face, a desperate plea for help. But the moment passed, leaving him once again a hollow shell, a puppet dancing to an unseen master's tune. Stay alert, Reyes whispered, his voice tight with apprehension. Something isn't right here. As they approached, the keepers did not attack. They simply stood, silently observing as if waiting for something to happen. Reyes' gaze fell on the obsidian spire that rose above the clearing, pulsing with an unnatural light. It was a beacon, a focal point for something vast and terrible, and he knew, with a chilling certainty, that he was about to uncover a truth that would shatter his understanding of everything he thought he knew. The cycle continued, and he was about to become a player in its deadly dance. He drew a deep breath and prepared to face the darkness that lay ahead. He had a traitor to find, a cycle to break, and a war to win, one step at a time.